A dog refused to leave its owner's grave for a full week. But what one man discovered changed everything. For 7 days straight, the dog sat silently on the grave. It barely ate. It barely slept. It just waited. Many assumed it was morning. Others tried to call it away, but the dog wouldn't budge. Michael, a man who passed by the grave every day on his way to work, noticed something unusual. The dog wasn't just sad. It seemed desperate. It was trying to get someone's attention. On the 7th day, Michael saw the soil on the grave had shifted slightly, as if something beneath it had moved. Curiosity got the better of him. The dog whined and scratched at the dirt, urging him closer. Leaning in, Michael pressed his ear to the ground. At first, he thought he was imagining it, but then he heard it, a slow, weak tapping sound from beneath the earth. His heart raced. Could someone be alive down there? The dog's loud whine seemed to plead for help. Without hesitation, Michael called the police. When officers arrived, they listened carefully. One bent down, and his face went pale. "There's something down there," he said. A rescue team was called immediately. Shovels hit the ground. And the dog stayed close, never taking its eyes off the grave. As they dug, the tapping grew louder. Finally, they reached the coffin. One rescuer knocked gently in. A knock answered from inside. Gasps filled the air. The lid was opened. Inside was Henry, 67 years old, pale, sweaty, and barely breathing but alive. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital. Doctors were stunned. How could he survive being buried for 7 days? The answer? Henry had a rare medical condition called catalepsy, which made his body stiff and his vital signs almost undetectable. When he collapsed, doctors believed he was dead. But inside the coffin, Henry had stayed calm, taking slow, controlled breaths and survived. Even with that strength, he wouldn't have made it without help. That help came from Rocky, his loyal dog. Rocky had stayed by the grave, listening for signs no one else could hear, refusing to move or eat, tirelessly guarding his owner. When Henry awoke in the hospital, the first thing he asked was, "Where's Rocky?" Nurses brought the dog in. The moment Rocky saw Henry, he jumped on the bed, licking him endlessly. Henry held him tight, tears streaming down his face. News of the rescue spread quickly. People called Rocky a hero. Some even said it was a miracle. But for Henry, Rocky wasn't just a hero, he was everything. Because of his loyalty, Henry got a second chance at life.